Welcome to Uncommon Pilates. I'm Mary Pat. Today we're going to do some ab work on the mat. You'll need a ball. I'm also going to use a disc. I kind of like my disc just in place of a ball, so that's an option. Or you can use a rolled up towel if you don't have either. So grab those and join me for a little ab warm up. Start on your back. We're going to take our ball or band or towel, ball or disc or towel. We're going to place it between your knees and you'll be on your back. So feet approximately underneath your knees, just not way out there. So see if you can get them as close to your bottom as you can without being right up against your butt. So knees and heels somewhat aligned. Kind of roll those shoulders underneath you. So posture or the alignment is first and foremost so we don't make bad habits. So your feet and knees are aligned. You've got that ball or disc or towel between your pelvis. We're going to start with your pelvis. We've done this before. You're going to rock back, pushing your back into the mat, and then release, rock forward, create a little space. So you can imagine, I always like to say there's little ants running around. You're going to smush them. And then you're going to let them go. Of course, if you smushed them, they aren't going to go anywhere, right? But just go with me on that. You're going to smush them, and then those that survived are going to let go and run away. Push your back into the mat and lengthen your spine. Now we're going to keep going. You won't be able to see a whole lot, I guess, just because of that. Maybe you can see. You're going to rotate, push your back into the mat. And then release. Now we're going to press our back into the mat, but not as much as we were. So this is called an imprint. I'm making contact with the mat, but I'm not smushing those bugs. So we're not going to the extreme as we were a moment ago. Back stays connected to the mat. You're going to squeeze the prop and hold, and then gently release it. And again, exhale, squeeze the prop and hold, and gently release. So we squeeze and you feel that belt coming a little bit, one notch tighter, and release. Let's go for two more. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Last one, exhale. Now keep that squeeze. Cross your arms in front of your chest, a little chin nod. You're going to curl your head and shoulders up off the mat and then lower back down. Take your time. It's kind of hard to talk and do this. Exhale and lower. So I like to have my hands crossed instead of supporting my head because when your arms go up, your traps go up and that causes more neck tension. So if you can do this without holding on to your neck, which may or may not be a case for you, try it. Maybe you do two like this, and then you support your head, and that's totally an option. Let's go for four more. Exhale up. Use that breath. Empty the gut. Hold it up here if you can. We're going to twist and twist. Again, just the upper body is twisting. If you've done any of my other things where we say we're rotating, you're just rotating the upper torso. Let's keep it going. Squeeze that prop. Couple more here. Last one each. Come back to the center so you can curl a little more. You can grab onto your thighs, lift yourself up a little bit more, and then lower back down. From here, you can get rid of your prop for the time being. We're going to bring your right knee into your chest. Extend that left leg long. Trying to get the thigh towards the mat. It's not going to touch, but you want to go in that direction so you get a nice little stretch to the front of the hip. Slide that foot back in before you release the other and stretch it out. Everything has an opposition, so remember, as the left leg in this case is going out, the right thigh is gently being drawn in. And switch. You want to try to, when you bring that straight leg in, you want to try to slide it on the mat, but of course if your mat is getting all crumpled like mine is, you're going to have to lift it. Let's do one last one. Come back on in. Keep those legs up this time. Let's circle those hips, circle the knees. Getting ready to prepare for bigger ab work here. But we want to make sure our spine is happy. So a little side to side motion. And then from here, hands can come down. You can, if you're on a mat instead of just the carpet, grab onto your mat and pull. Like you're reaching your mat further towards your bottom. And then lift and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. It's hard to talk on this, so I'm not going to say a whole lot. 2 more. Doesn't have to be big. Hold it up. Crossing those arms again, bringing those legs into more of a tabletop position, which is knees over hips and a nice 90-degree angle. A little chin nod, curl the head and shoulders up again, and lower back down. Exhale. Relaxing those shoulders. Keep it going. Rest if you need to, and then join again. The back is imprinted. 2 more. We're going to stay up. We're going to go back into our twist with a single leg stretch. So we've set it up. And now we're adding the alternating legs. I like to inhale one side, exhale the other. But there's many different ways to breathe on this one. Couple more. Last 2 each. Come back to the center, draw it in. Lower your feet, pick up your prop again. Place it between your knees. Knees are about hip width apart, or actually a little narrower than hip width. And then from here, we're going to peel that little scoop that we did with pulling our knees, and even in the beginning, the little pelvic tilt. You're going to do that here. Scoop the belly, and then continue. Lift the bottom. If you want, stretch your arms above the head. Get a nice stretch and opening in the front of the hip. And then lower your spine. As you're halfway down, bring the arms with you. Let's do that 3 more times. Scoop the belly first. Press down through your feet. Lift your bottom. Stretch your arms. Inhale. And exhale. And roll through. Really try to reach your arms further back to give you that traction. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Start your curl. Press through the heels. Lift. And then lower down. One last one. A little squeeze so your knees stay aligned. Take the prop away from your thighs, take your feet wider, take your arms wide, and let your knees fall to one side and the other. Keeping the opposite shoulder on the mat. So I'm letting my thighs stretch, my knees stretch, but to come back, I'm working sequentially. Rib, waist, hip. So it's an ab exercise, not just a stretch for the hip. Let's do one last one each. And then the one side you're on, take that opposite arm, bring it around, bring yourselves up. Hold it here. We're going to place our feet flat, hands behind. You're going to slowly begin to lift your hips. So I'm going to give you a different perspective here. So feet flat, hands behind. You can turn the fingers out. Scoop that belly just like you've been doing. Open that chest. So we add it complete full body movement, stretch here. Scoop, reach the knees forward like a reverse plank. And then come back down. Let's do one last one. Scoop the pelvis, press through the heels, engage your glutes. So tighten your bottom, lift those hips like a table, and roll on down. Pull everything close in, and we're going to roll out, rolling like a ball to finish up. So lift those hips. You've got all the elements. Pull in, lift, and then roll through your spine. Come back up. Do not go onto the neck. You just go to the shoulders. Let's go for 2 more. And 1 more. And release. Hopefully you're a little warmer for your day. Enjoy.